So this is a finished ad for Uber.
Somewhere to be? Just say where. A few taps and someone's already on the way. And you're looked after the whole way there. Uber, go anywhere.
And it's the sort of thing an agency would charge you $5,000 for and take a whole week to make. But here's the mad part. Nobody designed it. Claude Fable 5 built the whole thing itself, and all I gave it was one line: make an ad for Uber. And honestly, it feels a little bit illegal that something this good came out of a single prompt. Now, you've probably seen 100 AI tools that claim they can make ads, and they all spit out the same generic slop that no real client would ever sign off on. So that's the problem I wanted to solve. And in a minute, I'll build one of these live on a brand I pick on the spot, so you can watch the whole thing happen, including the part where it falls over, because it does. Now, quick bit of context first, in case you haven't been keeping up. So Fable 5 is Anthropic's newest and most powerful AI model, from the same people who make Claude. And here's the mad bit. It's so powerful that the US government actually restricted it for a while, and Anthropic had to pull it completely. It only came back properly about a week ago. So that's the model I've got building ads for me here. And it's doing all the actual thinking in this system. And before you think you need to be a designer for any of this, you really don't. I never even open a design tool. You literally just tell it to make an ad for a brand, and it does the rest. And this Uber one isn't a fluke, because I ran the exact same system on Gemini and Proton VPN as well. And everyone came out looking like a real brand made it. But here's the part that matters. The first brand I ran through was a proper mess, and it took me a full. And by the fourth one, it just ran clean. So something changed in between, and that's basically the whole point of this video, so stick around. And quick thing before we start, the whole playbook and the prompts I'm using are in the AI Builders Boardroom, which is my school community for AI builders. So grab them from the link below if you want to follow along. So here's how the system actually works. So I built it using Claude Code, and how it works is pretty simple. So you basically type into Claude to make you an ad for a certain brand, and then the system, which runs on Fable 5, creates an ad in minutes. And here's why this system is powerful. So instead of you feeding it a prompt, telling it to generate an ad for a certain brand, and it going straight into creating the ad, which it asks you a bunch of questions in between, just to make sure it's got what you want correctly. Because going from prompt straight to an ad is going to generate a really bad output that no client is going to pay you anything for. So here's how the exact brand ad machine works. So first of all, you tell it to generate an ad for a certain brand. And what it does is it will go and research the brand. So it will go into Google, or it's going to look at your brand's website, and it's going to pull the brand guidelines. And then once it's got the brand guidelines, it's going to write a brief. And the brief is going to contain a high-level overview of how the ad is going to look like. And then once you approve, it will go straight into building. And before it even starts animating any images, it will show you a bunch of stills and audio variations it's created, as well as background music. And your job is going to be reviewing it and approving. And once you approve, it's going to animate the still images and then stitch everything together to come up with the final ad, which is what we've just seen. Now, this system has got 3 layers, and each layer does one job. So we've got the workflows, which are the playbooks. So basically what workflows is written instructions the AI follows every single time. And this doesn't change no matter which task you give it. Next, we've got the agent, and this is responsible for doing the judgment. And we're going to use Fable 5 to do the judgment. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to research, and then it's going to decide which images to use, which copy to write, and then it's going to ask you for feedback. If you approve, it's then going to go ahead and run the tools, which is our next layer. So tools are the muscle. And these are the small dumb scripts this whole system uses to generate stuff like images, videos, audio, all that. And then all of this lives on top of data that is crucial in generating an ad that follows the brand guidelines. So the data contains stuff like colors, fonts, copy, your decisions, all that. And it's what glues the 3 layers together. So step number one, like I said, is once you've given it the prompt, it's going to research the brand and it's going to get the brand guidelines. And by brand guidelines, I mean the colors, the typeface, how it labels, and all that stuff. So once it's got that, it's going to ask you a bunch of questions to try and get how you'd like the ad to look like exactly. And these are the 4 questions it asks you. So it's going to ask you what the product is, what your goal is for the ad, and how much color you're supposed to add in the different transitions, in the different animations, and then it's going to ask you what the audio should feel like. And then you decide. Once you answer these questions, it's going to go ahead and build. So it's going to use Remotion to create the animations, which actually uses code to generate animations. And then for the audio files, voiceovers, and images, it's going to use this platform called kie.api. And what kie.api is basically an aggregate of APIs. So we've got things like Nano Banana 2, Nano Banana Pro. For the video stuff, we've got like Kling. So for the background music, we are using Suno API. For the images, we are using Nano Banana 2. And for the voiceover, we are using ElevenLabs text-to-speech API. And then once it's generated this, it's going to come up with a link, which is going to give us all the images it's generated for the stills and the voiceovers as well as the background music we're supposed to choose from. And then you're going to verify, and then it's going to generate and it's going to save it locally. So let's do an actual live build. So let's first change the model. Let's make sure the model we are using is Fable. So we're using Fable 5. And so we're going to tell it to create an ad for Airbnb. So let's hit enter. And now you're going to see it work live. So right now, it's researching the brand. And notice here it's saying brand number 5. This is because I have created only 4 ads for 4 brands. So that's why it's saying brand number 5. So right now it's researching Airbnb to get the colors, typeface, logo, and the motion. So you'll notice it's searching the web and it's getting the fonts. In case your brand is not big enough to have publicly available brand guidelines, it's going to scrape your website and come up with brand guidelines based on how your website looks. So now it's asking me a bunch of questions. So for example, it's asking me which side of Airbnb should the ad sell? Is it the classic booking journey, the tours, classes, adventures led by locals, or if you have our own custom suggestion, you can just click other and tell it. So right now I'll just go with the recommended one, and then what should the ad achieve? So either brand awareness, bookings or conversions, feature spotlight. If we have another one that's not on the list, we just type it here. So I'll go with brand awareness. And then now for the scene rhythm, it's asking us, should it go from white to beige to white to beige? So I'll just go with this. And then for the audio, it's asking us which person we should use for the voiceover. So I'll just go with the warm female plus organic acoustic. So you can also choose the deep male voiceover artist or plus minimal pulse, but I'll just go with what's recommended. So I'm going to click submit answers and it's going to come up with a draft for us. So it's going to come back to us with a brief. So let's wait for it. So notice here it has a to-do list. So it's got to the brief section and it's marked it needs approval. Same thing with the stills and the design review page. So this is the brief it's come up with, and it's giving us the assets that it's already secured. So this is the assets. And then now it's giving us a high-level overview of how the ad is supposed to look like. So it's saying we have 5 scenes. The background will go from white to beige to white to beige, then to red, warm, and airy. So the hook is not a hotel, a home. And then in the beige background screen, it's going to say, find your kind of place. And then we're going to have like a search bar, and you're going to search Kyoto, Japan. And then 3 listing cards, slide in white photos with ratings, and then yours in a tab. So this is another screen, and then feel at home anywhere, and then the last screen like this. And then it's going to generate listing photos. So this is where kie.ai is going to be really important. So it's going to generate 3 images of cozy interior shots. And it even gives you a rundown of how much it's going to cost. And then for the audio, it's going to use Rachel, and then here are the notes. So gradients are allowed, all that. So we are going to say approved, so proceed. And now it's going to generate stills for us. So let's wait and see. So on the left, in the folders section, you'll notice we have a temp folder. So this is where the renders are stored. So the final videos are stored here, and then the research data is stored in this folder, and then the reviews is stored here, And then now the stills, so if I say still, I just really mean an image. So this is one it came up with. This is another it came up with. And then the tests is going to be stored in this. And then the brand guidelines are going to be stored in this brands folder. And then the exports. So if you generate a couple of versions, all the versions are going to be stored in this folder. So you'll notice here we have Gemini v2.4, Gemini v2. So this is version 2, version 2.4. And so here is where we store the prompts, so the interview questions. So Fable is going to read this prompt when it's asking us a bunch of questions. And if you go through this, you'll notice it's going to ask about the goal, the audience, the design direction, message beats, all that. So it read this and asked us questions. And then the tests are going to be stored in this folder. And then the tools that I had mentioned earlier, you'll notice we have a tool that generates music in kie.ai that generates the assets, so the images, the videos. And then we have a tool that extracts the color palettes. And then we have a tool that generates the voiceover. And then the workflows, you'll notice the specific instructions I was talking about. So notice here on the right, stage 1 is intake, and then research, and then interview, and then brief. So that's basically what it's supposed to do in that to-do list. So the written instructions, just like I had told you. And then we have a .env file, so our API keys, and then the Claude.md file, which tells Fable how it's supposed to work. So it's now generated a design preview for us, and it's doing this through Claude artifacts. So let me click open. So this is the Claude artifact, and basically what a Claude artifact is just an easy way to preview what you've built, and this is done inside of Claude. That's why you'll see this URL is inside of Claude. So here's a design preview, and you'll notice we have the still images. So it's going to start with not a hotel, a home, and then the listing, which looks amazing. And then we've got confirming reservation, and then we've got feel at home image, and then the Airbnb closing frame. And you'll notice each image has a description of how the animation is going to look like. So for example, not a hotel is going to be in ink, a home in rust red, with a wishlist hat popping in. And then right at the bottom, you'll notice we have the audio files. And it's really important for you to preview these audio files, because when I was building, some of them were coming out really messed up.
Ever miss a place you've never been?
So if I click play,
It's out there, go look. And when you find it, it's one tap. By the time you arrive, it's already yours.
And then it's giving us background image.
Airbnb, belong anywhere. By the time you arrive, it's already yours.
And then it's giving us a bunch of background music options for us to choose from. So this is the first one. Which is really nice. So this is a variant of this. And so I'll just go with choice A1. And then right at the very bottom, you'll notice it's asking us 5 questions. Does the warm, white, beige rhythm with the red feels like Airbnb? So I'll go back to Claude Code and then I'll answer them. And then 2, I'll say number 2, keep them. Then the question about the copy, I'll say copy is fine. And then question number 4, the question about the listen check. Are all the files okay? I'll say yes, all are okay. And then now for the last question, it's saying music candidates. So I'll say I've picked A1. So I'll just type A1, then I'll hit enter. So what it's going to do now is going to build the actual ad for us. So it's going to animate this still images and then stitch everything together to make up the final ad. And notice after it's generated the actual ad, it watches it before telling us it's done. So it's done generating the actual ad, and it's now dropped the video in the renders folder. So you're going to right click, click reveal in file explorer, and then watch it.
Ever miss a place you've never been? It's out there, go look. And when you find it, it's one tap. By the time you arrive, it's already yours. Airbnb, belong anywhere.
Which is mind-blowing, considering we only gave it one prompt and it came up with this. So this was the one that we've just done together. I'll show you the others that I had done earlier. So we've got Gemini's.
Meet Gemini. Ask anything with text, voice, or your camera. Research, write, and create from a single prompt. And your agent gets it done, even while you're away. Try Gemini free.
So here's another I did for Proton VPN.
Feeling watched online? You are. One tap and it all goes quiet. Trackers and ads get blocked before they reach you. You won't even feel it's there. Proton VPN privacy by default.
So you'll notice it's mind-blowing. Let me walk you through what went wrong while I was building this. So for example, during the first phase, it wasn't getting the fonts right for the brand. So you'll notice in the videos, instead of using the fonts listed in the brand guidelines, it was using a default font. So we managed to fix that. And now the fonts are properly sourced and rendered. And then the voice tool kept rejecting names. So in ElevenLabs, we can either select the voice artist by the name or the ID. So because we're using names, sometimes it was failing. So what we did is we now decided to pass voice IDs instead of names. And then we had a silent track passing through, and we made sure that we scan every render for silence. So you'll notice a full day of debugging, and all errors that we managed to fix got stored in memory. So that will never happen again. So that's why you'll notice our Uber ad came out clean, as well as our Airbnb ad. Now we have a machine that will generate an ad for any brand. So Uber, Gemini, Proton, any brand that you feed it. And if you just watch that and you're thinking, I want ads like this for my own brand, but I don't want to be the one building and babysitting the system, that's genuinely what we do at Loopsera. So we build the whole thing, we set it up around your brand, and you own it completely. And the links in the description if you want that. So a couple of quick things to finish. First, the whole playbook, the instructions and the prompts, and the remotion setup, it's all in my school community, the AI Builders Boardroom. I'm going to leave a link below. And if you want a hand building this for your own specific workflow, I do one-on-one coaching, and the link's going to be in the description. So subscribe if you want to see the next system I build like this, because I've got a few coming up, and I'm genuinely curious. What brand would you fit this first? Drop it in the comments and let me know.